Hey, gentlemen, anything you could tell us? Is this going to be used as an ICE detainment facility? Okay. Are you with the federal government?
Yes.
You are with the federal government?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you with the Department of Homeland Security?
Yeah.
Do you think that it could be, does it look like an appropriate site for a detention center?
It could be.
Okay. Are you with ICE specifically?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Are
your
you?
name, sir?
Oh, over there. Okay.
And
Sorry.
your name, sir? Sorry to ask.
I'm sorry?
Your name, sir?
Dave Venturella.
Okay. Are you looking at other facilities in the area?
No.
Okay.
So this is the only one? I know also that you guys have been looking at 26 other cities across the country. Is that true that you guys are really wanting to expand?
We're looking at a lot of options right now. So
Would you have to have this building rezoned or get a conditional use permit if you use this as a detainment facility?
well, this is exploratory. So yeah, I mean, all of those things have to be addressed.
So you
As a
can
contractor.
confirm you're looking at this as a detention facility.
I mean, it's a site that could fit that purpose, but I mean, we're at the very early stages.
And has a contract been signed yet?
Oh no,
You
We're
guys
not-
are just in talks.
we're not even close.
Okay. Is the contractor ESA South?
I do not know.
Okay. Can you spell your last name for us?
Sure.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me see.
Yeah, thanks for talking to me.
Thank you. We do
Yeah.
appreciate it. We just didn't want to speculate about it. We wanted to, the
Sure.
facts are out there. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I definitely know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many people ideally are you envisioning this would house?
Again, we don't know. I mean, this is the first time we've looked at this facility, at least me personally. So, again, it's very exploratory at this point. Yep.
And if you guys were to start this, I know that this is very early, but
Yeah, it's too
timeline.
that's a hypothetical. I don't know.
Would you need county approval or city approval to, I guess, lease this?
Again, don't know what those requirements are, but obviously we have to factor all that in.
thank
Yeah.
you so much, sir.
Sure, you're
Thank
welcome.
you. Appreciate it.
All right.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, which means in the name, Yahweh Shai, which means He is our salvation. And those are the names of who the world ignorantly calls God, the Heavenly Father, and Jesus, His only begotten Son, who, by the way, only came for the Israelites. All right? Which brings us to our discussion / topic this afternoon. As we saw, they are using warehouses to potentially turn into ICE facilities where they will hold detainees, okay? And this one right here is in the state of Florida, to be more specific, Central Florida, to be even more specific, right around Orlando and the Kissimmee area, okay? Now, they can easily turn out more of abandoned warehouses or even new warehouses into ICE holding facilities, okay? And it's just the smug proudness of this damn devil, man, okay? Now, was the guy speaking an Edomite per se? I don't know. But he had a proud smirk on his face as if he was, taking pride of what he was accomplishing. Okay? So this is Habakkuk 2 and 5. It reads, Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. So this is the point. Esau is proud of what he's doing, okay? He's proud of, getting these facilities up and running, turn them into housing, wholesales, prisons, for where he's going to potentially hold the Israelites when all hell breaks loose, okay? It says, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell. And you can bet in these detention centers, these holding centers, they're going to be what? Straight hell, all right? Because pursuant to 2nd Ezra 16, and right around verses 68 or so, it says, and they are great burning wrath of a multitude will take you, being idle, and feed you things offered to idols. So you know, once they get you inside these holding centers, these facilities, it's going to be anything but comfortable. All right. It says, "Who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people," right? Because he's going to have his day, all right? And the Lord's going to make sure of it, all right? These nations, they getting fed up with him, all right? That's why they've upped their game to where they have nuclear capability as well, because the Lord's going to use them to put this fire out, or should I say to start this fire really over here in Babylon the Great, which is America, all right? So the point is that this man is a proud man, okay? And he takes pride in what he's doing, okay? And you can see it in his lackeys that he's hiring, all right? And you even got some of our people, all right, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that's joining hand in hand with him, as if once they run out of people, they're not going to turn their back on them. See, one thing you can't underestimate this devil is, hey, he never honors his agreements. So although you riding high with him right now, when all hell breaks loose, guess what? He's going to look to get you as well. Let's go to Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10. Because although you may be his cronies, his lackeys, hey, if you don't apply and get in line with what his demands are, and that's getting that microchip, guess what? You're going to have your place right along with these other detainees, these, however they're going to look at them, DTs, domestic terrorists, you know what I'm trying to say, and you're going to be lumped right along with them, all right? So that's why it says, never trust thy enemy, Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. So back to Revelation 2 and 10, it says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison." So they have to have these prisons throughout the states, because why? They're going to have overwhelmingly high populations in the regular prisons, so they're going to have to make new prisons and holding centers to hold these people when they get ready to bring forth what? The mark of the beast. All right? You have to see everything is being put into place. It's just not what you believe and think of it as on the surface, that this is just for undocumented illegal immigrants. It goes way deeper than that. All right? It goes for the next phase when they get ready to go against those people that don't want to take the mark of the beast. All right? And a lot of people know what it is, so they have to have a larger, segment of these detention centers to house these people. All right? You're talking about millions of people that's not going to initially accept this. So they have to use these warehouses, abandoned Walmart, so on and so forth, as what? Holding centers, until they can feed them, being idle, things offered unto idols. So it says, "Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried." So some of us of the elect, those of us that endure to the end, Lord willing, we have that number, we will be tried, all right, for a testimony of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. It says, "And you shall have tribulation 10 days, which is just a number. We don't know if it's a literal 10 days. We don't know how long we're going to be in there for. But we have to be what? 10 toes down. And they may even ship some of us throughout other parts of the country and throughout other parts of the earth, where then we don't speak that native tongue, that language, all right? But we have to still hold fast to what we believe. It says, "And you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death." See? Whatever that looks like, all right? Them telling you that if you don't take it, you ain't going to get nothing to eat, and you may have to go out that way, or we going to, put you in the guillotine and, behead you. Hey, be thou faithful unto death, all right? And what shall happen? Yahweh Shah says, "And I will give thee a crown of life." See? So this is where we at with it, all right? They're setting the stage. They're getting everything put into place for when all hell really gets ready to break loose, okay? And they have people that's coming up against their demands and directives and instructions. They're going to cast them into these prisons, these, warehouses, these abandoned buildings, and this is what it's going to be, all right? So just get your mind prepared and get ready. You're supposed to be in that house of mourning. That's the spirit you're supposed to be in. All right? So let's finish up and close out with 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. It reads, be sober, be vigilant. See? So if you know what's coming, you know how to prepare yourself. All right? You know that you may have to go on a run. If you do get caught up and taken out to one of these detention centers, that you have to be what? Faithful unto death, and Yahweh will give you a crown of life. So be sober, be vigilant, all right? Because you got to remember, the Lord did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind, all right? And this is what's going to keep us stable when all hell begins to really break out on mass levels. When everybody else is flipping out, we're going to have what? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That should be the stability of thy times. Isaiah 33 and 6. So it says, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. See? So if he gets you into one of these detention centers and he applies the pressure to you and you cave and you fold and you take it and you consent to taking the mark of the beast, then that just means the Lord wasn't dealing with you. All right? So you have to be faithful unto death. And I understand it's easier said than done because none of us has been in that predicament. All right. But some of us will have to go into that predicament. And we have to pray to the Lord that he gives us the strength to carry on, to endure. All right. Even into death. Okay. So, be sober, be vigilant because it's coming. All right. We here. They setting the stage. Okay. And you don't really see it and you don't really, take notice of it until it's in your background. It's like until it's in your backyard. All right. That place that they were touring, that's maybe 15, 16 miles from where I'm at. Okay. All right. So that's very, possible. Okay. And we already know we're going to have loved one, family members, employees, co-workers, people you thought you was cool with, gonna turn you in, man. All right. So I may be one of the very ones that end up in that place. All right. But Lord willing, however this play out, that he gives me the strength, Lord willing, Abba Ratazah, Father will, to endure. All right. And to death, if that be the case. Okay. So be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Okay, so with that being said, pray some more was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, ever be the Lord's will. Stay strong, stay in the faith. We're almost home. Shalom. Peace.